It is April 2023 and it is time for my Vanguard portfolio update. I have not done one of these in a while. I think the last one was August of last year. And the market has been relatively flat in that time, so there's not too many updates. But one thing I have been doing is I've continued to invest. And one thing we're going to be doing in this video, which will be quite cool, is I've been paid some nice dividends and we're going to reinvest those dividends in the video, show you guys how you can actually invest using this app, which is, well, not app, the Vanguard website. But we'll just get straight into it. So currently the portfolio value is split between my pension and the ISA, and it has a total value of £91,284.59. So that is obviously excellent. It's still investing into this, but since August of last year, we actually had slightly more in there. So I'll talk about that later in the video. So we will look at the ISA first. We'll be looking at the pension at the very end of the video, but we'll go into the ISA. And this is the stocks and shares ISA, and you can put up to £20,000 a year in. This is the UK Gov website, which is the individual savings account, and this is the stocks and shares ISA, where from the tax year of April to April, the 6th to the 5th, you can invest up to £20,000 in this account. And this is obviously tax free on the gains. You can see I've got £19,000 left because I've already put money in this month. So if I go on the review payments, if you wanted to max this out, you have to put in around about £1,666 a month. Currently, I'm only putting 1,000 in. I changed this because I'm putting more into my pension, my workplace pension, and I want to be a bit more flexible with some cash, make sure I have money and don't need to, sell my Vanguard investments immediately if I needed some money in the short term. And you'll actually see that when we go through my payments. But what is this ISA value? Well, currently £80,384.27. So that is obviously excellent. I've continued to invest, and despite the fact that the market has gone pretty sideways, as you can see, we're still investing and increasing our position in VUSA. So obviously long-time subscribers know why I'm investing in VUSA, but just for those who aren't, the VUSA is the S&P 500 ETF the Vanguard offers, and it is an index comprised of large cap company stocks in the US, and it's the top 500 companies in the Standard & Poor index. So if you look down here, some of these companies that are in the portfolio, it's weighted on market cap. So it's got 503 stocks. And if we scroll down a little bit more, you can see the breakdown of these. But obviously these are companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, etc., weighted on their market cap. Obviously Apple being the largest American company, it's 6.5% of the funds, and then Microsoft, and that decreases all the way down. And obviously you'll recognize some of these companies and some of them you won't. But these are a lot of the companies that actually I do my videos on my day-to-day channel. But let's have a look here. So we will see that the current weight is 99.59%, a little bit in cash, which we're going to invest in a bit. And if we see here, you can see that we have the total cost of £71,000, which is the amount of money that was invested. And then the current value, which is 80, and then the change. So that is £8,727. But interestingly enough, actually, if we go to the performance, we will see that the actual money that I've added in is £65,961, and it has returned me £14,000, which is about a 22% increase since the start of, well, mid of 2018, which was when I was investing. So you can see it's grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. There was a little bit rejigging here, a little bit rejigging here, and then obviously since 2022, it has been relatively flat, with obviously the markets being like that. This is a little breakdown here of what's happened. Well, I have withdrawn this money here. This is because I've had some purchases in my life that I need to make, and this is why we invest, is to hopefully to have more money and then be able to use that. Obviously, it'd be nice to save every single penny, but obviously life gets in the way, and you need to be able to be flexible. So this is some of the money I've withdrawn. But the cool thing here is the dividends, £1,259. And Vanguard's charges in the 5 year I've used it is 256. So overall, that is £14,421, which is really, really great. So if we have a look here, we will go back to VUSA, I did used to hold other funds. For example, I was in the Life Strategy 100, but I moved that out because I wanted to have everything in VUSA, I believe, in the S&P 500 in the American markets. And I also wanted to get paid those dividends as well, which was nice. Now, a lot of ones that other people use is the VWRL, which is the All World index, and then also the FTSE 100, which is VOOC. So we have S&P 500 in blue, FTSE All World in yellow, and the other one in, I suppose, turquoise. So you can see actually they've all been pretty the same over the last year, but since I've started investing in the last 5 years, we can see that the S&P 500 has actually been the most increased in that time, but obviously it does have slightly more risk. Now I know a lot of people on YouTube do like the VWRL, but personally I just like VUSA more, so that's why I'm investing in it. So if we go back to my Vanguard here, we can have a look at some of the payments that have been made. Sorry, we've already done the payments. We'll look at the cash statement, so you can see I've been investing quite regularly. Apologies for that. I have been under the weather, which is why I haven't been posted. I don't know if it's COVID again, but I've been in bed for the last week. So if we go through all of these, you can see I was investing pretty regularly, £1,600 a month, dropped it down to 1,000, and then I actually withdrew some money here for some, I needed some money, so I withdrew. And then we've got another one pending here at 16 units for 1,000. If we then go to the, I always get lost on Vanguard's website. Here we go, this is it. So we actually got paid on the 6th of April, £297 for the dividend that it pays, because I get, for each unit of VUSA, I get 23 pence. So I was able to get this dividend payment. So if I go back to my investments and then look at the detailed view, you can see I have 1,286 units of VUSA. Probably had slightly less at the time actually because of the ex-dividend date, but then that equates to around about £300. So what I'm going to do is go to my available cash here, and then we're going to click continue, and we're going to invest in this amount here. We're going to invest the 330. So currently Vanguard is around about £62. So I'll be able to get I'm a bit ill, so I'm going to say 5 of those shares. I'm able to get 6. So what we'll do is add more investments. We look for the fund we want, which is the not fixed income. Sorry, I think it's a blended fund. No, it's not. It is a equity fund, of course it is. And then we search for VUSA. And then what I do is I just put 330 in there. You cannot buy fractional shares on these, so Vanguard will change that for me as long as I've got enough cash to do it. Payment method, I will select my available cash, and then I will click submit. It'll give me some nice documents. I'll click submit again, and then it'll submit my order, and voila, I will get most likely 5 more units of VUSA, which will then get added here, and I'll get paid dividends on top of that, and the wheel keeps on turning. So that is very, very cool. Just before we finish on that, I'll go back to my cash statement, or is it performance? I always struggle with Vanguard's website. I think it's a cool website, but yeah, overall we can see there. But yeah, you can see I've been investing pretty solidly. In terms of the investments, you can see the other things I had. The target retirement funds, life strategy, I moved it out. And then if we go to the calculations, that's the actual breakdown. So I will be getting more dividends, and then obviously that'll cover the charges, which is why I like this so much. Actually, and this is the other thing, in terms of the pension, I moved my pension over. I had pensions from multiple companies and just put them in here so that I was still aware of them, and I've actually lost money since then. But I thought, well, wait a minute, if I'm getting paid dividends, well then in my VUSA, surely I'm getting paid here. And yes, I do. I have £255 in my pension, which I did not realize. So if I divide that by about 62, that gives me about 4 units again, which I had not realized. And how many units do I have in my investment right now? 171. So I can actually buy some more VUSA, which I need to check. Now it doesn't have I think it's drips, where in other apps where you can basically just reinvest the dividends. I might not do this on the video because it looks like it's going to be a bit more confusing, but make sure to check when you're on these things, because I had cash in my pension and I didn't realize, and it's just sitting here. Right guys, thanks for watching. Please give a like on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys next time.